because we have the conviction that development in Africa is inconsistent, and there is the need to ensure its consistency, as it were. Well, looking at Nigeria and Cameroon, there are a lot of disconnects, and we believe that something needs to be done to begin to connect the dots, so that at the end of the day, we can say it's not how long it takes, it's the will and the zeal to start. And as soon as you start, the will to ensure that it's no longer disconnected. And that was what informed the choice of the theme in terms of promotion of trade, tourism, and culture between Nigeria and Cameroon. Well, the delay could be a function of so many things. It's part of the disconnect I was talking about. You know, sometimes when something happens, if it's not well conceptualized, there is the tendency that people feel it ends as soon as the event closes. And nobody will talk about it again until after 1 year or 2 years. And before you know it, the 2 years will lapse into 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. And that was how we arrived at 10 years. The question is, what are we doing to ensure that it does not repeat itself? And that was why we felt that at the end of the day, we will set up a small council that will have members from the Nigerian business community as well as Cameroon business community to follow up most of the agreements and understanding that will be concretized in the course of this second edition. And from there, those agreements and decisions and understanding could form the bridgehead of the road ahead, for the road ahead. So that's the way we're looking at it. The exhibition, we intended bringing to bear starters conference. We're trying to bring in some notable figures in the area of entrepreneurship to come and talk to young men and women who want to start up something, because we realize that the devil is in the starting. It's a whole lot of things, and then how do you manage the little profit you get initially? How do you ensure that you are not eating your profit? There are some people in the course of it, they eat up their profit. And they say, I don't even understand how the business is going. Business requires a lot of discipline on the part of the small entrepreneur, even big entrepreneurs. That's the more reason why businessmen don't just give you money. They want to know why you need that money. Yeah, I think between Nigeria and Cameroon, we have lots of, tourism potentials to highlight. There are things Nigerians will want to see here. You have a culture here that we may not have in Nigeria. If even to come and see Nigeria's new capital, that is part of tourism. There will be things there that you've heard of, but you have not seen. There are so many tourism potentials in Nigeria. You have Yankari, you have Budukatu Ranch, you have so many things. You have falls. You also have falls here. We also have to develop a culture of resting, a culture of travels, culture of taking a leave, taking vacation. In Africa, we are too scared of going on vacation. You think something will happen if you go on vacation. Some people will sit on a desk for 10 years. They've never gone anywhere. And you ask him, he doesn't have any good explanation. And nothing special has happened since he has been there. And that's also part of our drive. We believe that we should continue to extend the boundary of trade between the two countries. And that also dovetails into synergy between our people. Because trade is about people. Without people, interacting. There may not be trade. Yes, we have these big businesses. We should also have formal, small businesses. And you can do business, we can do business together. If we come closer and we tend to understand the way things are done, we tend to understand what are the rules between the two countries. We strive to understand the impediments to trade, to businesses between the two countries, beyond the big businesses. Most of the time, it's not big businesses that sustain any economy. It's actually small businesses. But the question is, how many? It's easier for them to multiply. It's easier for you to, you take less risk. The smaller you are, the less risk you take. And the more swift you can multiply. So it is that multiplicity that sustains every economy, not big businesses. The Dangote cement you mentioned is just one that has been here since, isn't it? Whereas, if there are arterial businesses that are connected to big business, they can multiply very quickly and people earn income from that and it sustains their earnings. And so, for as long as development is about human, the more you engage the human element, the higher the propensity of development. Well, my expectations are that we will have started the journey to understand ourselves better. We will have started the need to connect better. We will have started the journey for a better economy and more, economy that is less dependent on outsiders and could look inward and develop what it has. There are so many things in Cameroon that can be trade in with Nigeria. So many things in Nigeria that we can quickly engage our people, put our people to work, that they can put their hands into and fly with it, than waiting for something you don't even know to happen. So I expect that after this edition, by the time the next edition will be held, the consciousness will have grown and we'll be on the way to something much, much better in terms of economic growth and development.